Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name's James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2016 66 plate Nissan Navara Tekna Auto. It's 2.3 DCI 190 brake horsepower. It's done 24,000 miles and it's got full Nissan service history. A few things to mention before I continue. If you are happy with the video once you've seen, happy with the car once you've seen the video and you want to purchase it, a small deposit will secure it and we can deliver the vehicle anywhere in the world. Obviously in the UK it's a little bit easier. If you're going any worldwide, then I just need the port where you're actually going to. If you're happy with it and you want to finance the vehicle, we usually just ask for a deposit to cover the VAT. About 5 or 10 minutes of your time to go through an application, and we can usually get you a decision within about an hour. Like I mentioned, I'm recording the video in HD, so whatever you're watching it on, obviously make sure it's on the best possible settings for that. As I go around it, I will show you all the panels. I'll show you the wheels and the tyres. I shall show you inside the back, inside the actual vehicle itself, the functionality. I'll show you the seats. And obviously the condition of everything. I'll show you everything working inside as well. Then I'll show you under the bonnet, and then finally I shall show you underneath, chassis, etc., making sure there's no oil leaks. Everything that you would want to do if you're here in person, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so we'll start with the bonnet. I can say I've been around it already. It's in really great condition. The only thing I would notice that it's worth mentioning, it's obviously had a bit of a polish. There's a few polish marks on it, but they do just wipe off, as you can see. Okay, so in regards to the bonnet, very straight. There's no marks or dents on it that I can see. I have seen just a little couple of tiny marks, like, I don't even know if that's showing up actually. Where is it? Let me see if I can. There you go. There. See that? It is tiny. Can't feel it on my finger, so you know it potentially will polish out if you're bothered about it. Let's go around the front bumper. There is a little mark there, and there's a little mark there. There's also a couple of very, very fine marks here, and I can't feel them on my fingers, but it's worth mentioning to you. Let's go onto the front wing, passenger side. Hopefully, as you can see from that, there are no dents on it. So, wheels and tyres. I can tell you there's a full set of general grabbers on here. So, front wheel and tyre, passenger side. As you can see, the wheel's in great condition. Tyre, approximately 6mm. If you want to know for definite, let me know. Give me a shout. I'll get a measure out and I can do that for you, no problem. Right, so let's go down the side. So again, no dents at all. There's a couple of very fine marks here near the door handle. If I run my finger over them, I can't feel them. It's not deep. Okay, so a nice way to look at the canopy and the body here, because you can see that it's a great match. Nice to see that it looks perfectly. As you pull it away, you can see this is a nice match. You'll notice on these vehicles there are two fuel caps. On the passenger side it is your fuel, and on the driver's side it is AdBlue. The reason for that is it means that you've got the ULEZ compatible. So it means that you are, if you go into an emission zone, it means it's ultra low emission zone compatible. So you should be able to duck underneath the congestion charge completely. Okay, so rear wheel and tyre. Again, as you can see, it's the wheel's in great condition and it's a general grabber, like I mentioned before. And again, loads of tread on the tyre. Okay, so rear lights, no cracks, everything's nice and clean. So a quick look at the canopy. It's a smart canopy. Obviously there's no side windows in this, so it's a business class, aero class canopy, and it's exceptionally good. good units. So let's look in the back. Pneumatics work well, hold it up perfectly. It's a decent size aperture. I mean, it's going all the way up now. Decent size aperture, so you can work very well with that. It looks like it's an insulated canopy as well, so it's a decent one. It's got an LED light in the top, and it's also got a Nissan rated tray in the back as well. A good way to look at what kind of work these have been doing is look in the back, because although they are very good, if anything heavy or sharp or anything's been put in these, like, I don't know, like a pallet of bricks or something, it marks them. There's nothing in there at all if you look. Nice and clean. Shut that up. Okay, so rear door. Again, just having a quick look. There's no dents that I can see, and there are no obvious marks. Rear bumper. Got obviously these chrome bumpers here. They do mark quite easily if they bang into them. There's no marks on those at all. As you can see, you've got your reversing sensors and your tow bar with presumably the new style 13-pin electrics. Obviously these vehicles will tow 3.5 ton quite easily, and I've seen people saying that they'll actually get over 40 to a gallon as long as they're not towing anything too heavy. We did sell one of these vehicles, same colour actually, to a lady in Scotland, and by the time she got home she was achieving well over 47 to a gallon, which is phenomenal for a pickup truck. Okay, so rear glass, driver's side, again, the light clusters are in great condition. Let's work our way down the rear quarter. These marks here, I'm guessing, yep. Again, it's the same as the rest, it's just got a little bit of polish on it. Okay, so nice and clean, there's no dents on the panel. As I mentioned to you before about the second fuel cap is the AdBlue, which obviously is the ULEZ part, so it gives you the ultra low emission zone compliance, so it should duck you underneath that. So, driver side, rear, wheel and tyre. Again, it's a general grabber. Fingers crossed it's going to be a full set. And again, loads of tread on the tyre. Okay, let's work our way down the driver's side. These marks here, I think, are, yes, it's polish. So don't panic about that, it's nice and clean. The panels are nice and clean. Very smart. We've got a couple of little light scratches here. Can you see those? I can't feel them on my finger. Again, so I would expect that they would potentially polish out. Okay, so final panel is the front driver's side wing, and there's no marks, scratches or dents on there. So final wheel, front wheel and tyre, and again it's a general grabber. So the great news, it's got a full set of tyres matching. They're not cheap, they're a good tyre. They last well, they sound well in the cab as well, so you know you're not going to get any over dramatic noises. Obviously this vehicle's a Tekna, so it has got a camera under each mirror and one under the front badge, and then obviously the one at the rear. Really good tool for when you're reversing. I will show you that working. It's also worth mentioning that obviously it's keyless entry and keyless go, so as long as you've got your key in your purse and you can press that button, it will open and lock. Okay, so inside, door card's in good condition. There is a little bit of, I don't know why, but rubbing there on the door side. It is what it is, obviously. Electric windows ×4, and then you can also lock and unlock your doors from here and your windows. Electric folding mirrors, and then your mirror controls there. Driver's seat is electric, so it will go forwards, it will go backwards. It can come all the way up and all the way down. and obviously the backrest will go forwards and backwards. So it will make a comfortable drive for most people. Add that to the fact that in the backrest you get bolster support, so you can actually pump the back up if you can see that. So if you suffer from back pain when you're driving, it's a fantastic thing to have extra. Climb in. So start the vehicle up. Foot on the brake, press your button, it starts straight away. Fires into action, no problem at all. Ticks over, no problems. Sounds nice, no issues to point. Okay, so the media centre on the Navaras are arguably one of the best you can get. Everyone seems to follow suit to what the Navara does, to be honest with you. So you've obviously got navigation, as you can see, and then you've also got DAB radio. You see you've got a full list of DAB radio stations, so obviously the best you can get in regards to radio. And also on top of that, this vehicle's got in-car applications, so you can add things like Facebook, for instance, Google search. Once your phone's obviously been attached to it, obviously there's nothing attached to this one, so it probably won't work. Oh yeah, there you go, see you. So you can get Facebook and you can get Google on it. Okay, so it's worth showing you the reversing camera. Obviously you get your 360 degree view here, and then obviously the reversing camera for the back on there on the right hand side. A nice little touch I like on this is if you press a camera button, it gives you a left hand side. Now from my point of view, that's more important to me, because when I'm parking up I don't want to damage my wheels, and also you can't see down the left hand side, so you're not going to knock any kids over, etc. On top of that, you've also got your CD player. You've also got an SD card slot as well, so you can put your music on there, and also USB and auxiliary, so you can charge your phone. You can also do music streaming if you can't accept it through your Bluetooth hands-free, of course. You've got switchable four-wheel drive, diff lock. You've got a hill descent, and also you can lock and unlock your car from here. Diff lock's really unusual, to be honest with you, in the newer vehicles. Really nice option to have. 7-speed automatic gearbox, and you can have manual shift as well. Switch that off. We've got heated seats, high and also low, and they do work because my bum's getting warm. 2 key fobs, and also 2 keys for your canopy. Armrest with the 12-volt socket down there. Also there's 12-volt socket in the front there, so you can put your phone or whatever in there. Passenger seat is very clean. The bolsters are nice and firm. The material on the seat base is really nice and clean as well. All the bolsters are good. It's all nice and clean. Smells nice inside as well. Can't put my finger on what it is. I think it must be like air freshener. There must be an air freshener somewhere inside, because it smells really nice. All the dashboard's nice and clean and tidy. There's no nasty marks or anything in there. Everything just looks as it should do, really. In the back, it's the same. Seats are really nice and clean, as are the carpets. I will show you again in more detail. Show you in the back. Right, so let's switch the engine off. Oh, let's have a quick look at the steering wheel. It's worth mentioning that. To the right hand side of the steering wheel is your cruise control and your phone control, and to the left is your media centre, volume control, etc. So let's switch that off. Down by your right knee is where your fuel cap is, stability control, and also your parking button if it annoys you. You know, your beep 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 beep. Here you got your trip reset and also your clock illumination, so you can make it dimmer or brighter or whatever. Driver's seat, bolsters are nice and firm. All the material's nice and clean. There's no damage on there at all. All very good. In the back, bit of a better view. Carpets are nice and clean. Backs of the seats are good, as are the fronts. Obviously, I don't know if you know or not, these come up, and then you can tether them back using that. And down there is your jack and all your tools. we just pop the bonnet. Under the bonnet, as you'd expect, with 24,000 miles, it's exceptionally clean. It's also got full Nissan service history, so as you'd expect, it's been cared for and maintained correctly, as you would want it to be. Everything's really nice and smart. There's no oil residue on anything. All the belts look perfect. Everything looks great. Okay, that's that. Let me have a look underneath. Everything looks smart under there, nice and dry. Let's have a quick look at the spare. So it looks to be a brand new spare, and it is a full size. Okay. Oh, quick look on the roof. Didn't do that. Try not to miss anything out. And then obviously finally the glass. No, there's nothing on that either. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to be ending the video there. If you've managed to watch it all, well done. I realise it's a little bit longer than what you would normally watch, but obviously I hope you appreciate that we don't really miss anything out. Obviously you get a real idea of what it is you're looking to buy, but from the comfort of your own home. So I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.